Okay, here's a quick update on the hydroponic system that we set up. See the tomatoes? These are the dwarf champions. They're doing pretty good. The black cherry, the dwarf black cherry, it's going slower, but it's starting to put on some flowers. See them in there. Had some down here. Those didn't pollinate. Took me a while to figure out how to pollinate these inside. I got one to pollinate. I don't know if you can see that up in there. It's growing pretty slow, so I don't know if it pollinated very well. We'll do better with these. These over here, this thing's flowering like crazy. And I changed the nutrient solution over to a bloom solution. You can see. There's one. And here's another one. I actually had to top this plant because it was getting too tall. And I can see it's I have to do some more height control here. Now if anybody's watching this and they know that I shouldn't be topping these, or if there's something better I could be doing, let me know. I can just the thing is I can only raise my light up so high. Over here, see these two grow tubs that I set up. Now this is all deep water culture, hydroponics. So it's just a nutrient solution with air stones providing the oxygen, dissolved oxygen in the nutrient solution. This lettuce, the Cimarron lettuce, is doing absolutely wonderful. I cut out 3 plants tonight for supper. My kids are going crazy over it. And this dwarf blue kale is doing great too. That's a big hit with the kids too, and the wife. Everybody likes that. It's got a good flavor. It's a bit of a cabbage flavor to it. I'd never had kale before, and I'm really happy with this. I'm going to grow more of this. These little guys here are the first 3 sprouts of the spinach that I started. I planted, or I put, I think, about 16 seeds in Rockwell cubes, and these are the first 3 that sprouted. The rest are down there. They haven't sprouted yet. Hopefully they do. Hopefully I don't have to restart seeds again. I had to restart a lot of seeds with my lettuce. It took me a long time to get enough of those started to fill this container. I'll show everybody the nutrient solutions I've been using. Just bear with me for a minute. Now, all these greens, the lettuce and the kale, and then the tomatoes, started out with this General Hydroponics Maxi Grow. You can see its formulation. And the greens are still getting that. But the tomatoes, after they started blooming, I switched them over to this, the Maxi Bloom from General Hydroponics. It's a little bit different formulation. It's supposed to be better for the fruiting stage. But yeah, I can't remember if I had this hooked up when I did my first video on this. You can see I put a timer for the lights, so they'll run for, I believe I set it for 16 hours. It's either 14 or 16 hours, then they shut off. And it's just I'm real happy with the way things are going. I'd like to do more if I could find more room to do it in. This is kind of what I got to work with right now. I want to put some reflective backing around these tomato plants, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. So I like how I did this one. I just took some of that Reflectix bubble wrap and rolled it out and put it around the two tubs, and I think that's done a great job at helping these plants utilize as much of the light energy as they can. But yeah, for anybody wondering anything special I do with my water, you can see here when I'm getting ready to do a nutrient change, or if I'm starting a new system up, I'll measure out the water I need. Usually it's 4 gallons. I'll put it in this bucket here with an air stone, and I'll let it run like that for at least 24 hours to dechlorinate the water and get the chlorine out of it. I wish I do have a Berkey filter system, but it doesn't have the fluoride filters on it yet. And the system, I don't think it's not big enough to be able to do a whole bucket of nutrient solution with filtered water. So I do the best I can with, dechlorinating the water and then mixing my nutrient solution from the tap water that I've dechlorinated. But as you can see, the plants don't seem to mind too much that it came out of the tap. I think the fact that I'm removing the chlorine makes a big difference. But yeah, I think the most exciting thing about this, other than the fact that I'm starting to get tomatoes, which is really cool. Those are going to be yummy. But no, I think the most exciting thing about this is the fact that my kids are really liking what's coming out of this system. Out of those 3 lettuce plants that I harvested tonight, we haven't even had supper yet, and they've already ate half the lettuce. So, yeah. Either they need to slow down, or I need to start producing more. But, yeah. That's what's going on with the hydroponics at the Tamaga Family Homestead. Thanks for checking it out with me.